Okay, all right. We're talking to Seedy. He's the administrative secretary of the National People's Party. Yesterday we had lawyer Usainu Dabo on the program. Let me just quickly say that Seedy is not here to respond to what lawyer Dabo might have said on
me and Dabo is my grandpa, and the funny thing is Dabo never knows Majabar, so
you are in trouble then.
But I give more fish money than him. So.
Yeah, but he looks more handsome than you.
Yeah, because he's stress free.
that is so cool to hear.
Yeah.
He addressed an issue.
Yes.
That I want to pick your brain on. If I asked you today, what is the biggest threat facing the Gambia, facing us as a nation?
This is very important, and I think it is important for every Gambian to ask themselves. I have never, ever lived in this country and have a serious worry. And I'm on air. If few people may have, I think since Friday or round about Friday, right, I was sitting with some people. I said, I'm really frightened. And for the first time.
Frightened by what?
I'm coming there. Because I have seen something in this country that I'm not young as such, but not too old. But my lifetime, I have not seen that. And that is the tribal sentiment, Peter, that I've seen. How people can come out and call people names, insult, and call on their tribes, insult their tribe, for me, is a no-no for me. And that, for me, I'm frightened. I think Gambia, we need to honestly engage each other, be the religious leaders, whether it's the Christian sector or it's the Muslim sector.
They're part of the problem according to NHRC findings.
Opinion leaders or whatever.
But biggest perpetrators are you people, the politicians.
I don't think it's actually the politicians.
Advisor to the president was caught recently saying some very nasty things, according to people who probably heard him or whatever.
He spoke in Fula. My Fula is not very good. And unfortunately, I was actually not in town. But what I heard that he said, and before much was said, he came out and made an apology, not just to me and you, but to the entire country. And I think that is very important. And I think nobody is perfect when people make...
But it's not the first time we've been talking about politicians using tribes
but we have seen,
to divide us.
I'm not here to say, yes, Honorable Mballow have done this and X have done this. I think what we need to do as a country is to begin to understand that tribe, should not come between us. Peter, God created us differently for us to recognize each other. When I was doing my little biology in school, I was never told this body that I'm studying is a Maninka body, or it's a Fula body, it's a Jola body. When you go to hospital, or we go to hospital for a blood donor, we are not looking for a Maninka blood or a Jola blood. And I think people need to understand this. And again, the issue of tribe, the people who go out and talk about it, they are absolute opportunists. Because they really don't believe what they're saying. Some of those people, you go to their homes, they don't even speak the language that they are propelling or they are championing. So why the need to say it? Why to say it? So I think definitely either we have a national engagement or we begin to name and shame people who want to mix this country or set this country on fire because of their ignorance. Because I think anybody who wants to use tribe as a trade is an ignorant person.
So you agree with Lawyer Dabo and Larry Sise, who first proposed it here, that we need a national dialogue, a national conference to address this tribal...
It is rather unfortunate. I know my old pa, my grandpa, Usenu, he should have been one person who should have condemned some of the remarks coming from quarters close to him. And all political leaders, be Barrow, be the Halifas, the Ahmad, whoever, in their camps comes out and make this sort of statements, they should condemn them. And I think it is important. Yes, one may say we need a national dialogue, but I don't think we do in terms of this. Let's leaders take responsibility. Peter Sakerfi, su xale jene mu def lo xamne jaadut dang ko o ngane ko.
So what would you have recommended Barrow do in the case of say Mballow?
No, I don't want to use Mballow as an example.
Well,
I'm just saying generally.
You're asking Lawyer Dabo.
No, I'm just saying. I don't only say Lawyer Dabo. I mean, whether it's Lawyer Dabo or it's Ahmad or all these political party leaders.
But in the case, now you have a case where Barrow does have a real case.
But the person who made that statement came out and apologized to the Gambian people.
Should he have done it in the first place?
I mean, that's why he said his judgment.
Shouldn't he have known better?
No, that's why he said the judgment.
Is it the first time we are crying about tribalism in this country? It's been here for decades.
Peter, let's look at it. What Sehu said, Honorable Sehu Mballow said, he made a mistake and he apologized. And we all bound to make mistakes. So moving forward, I don't think he'll make such statements. But again, that should be across board. There are others who made similar statements, or even worse, they should also apologize.
If someone is to make another tribal remark from the NPP, how do you propose the party deal with the problem?
I think anybody who chooses to do that is doing it deliberately, and we must be sanctioned. I cannot.
What kind of sanction?
I mean,
just find them kick them out of the party?
Just looking at what our guiding law says. But I think, Peter, for me, I cannot associate myself or anybody or any organization that would be out there, propelling tribalism. It's unacceptable.
And as I said, the NHRC findings point to not only politicians, but religious leaders as well. What might be your message for them?
I think for religious leaders, what we used to know, in this country,
that's even more disappointing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because religion should not, sow divisions between, people created by the same one God. It's very
disappointing because we all saw our great parents here, who the late Imam Rabi of Banjul and others, where when they speak, leaders listen, people listen. But it's unfortunate today, when some of the religious leaders speaks, we don't listen.
Yeah, because you build their houses of worship and all of that. So
no, we don't.
In the past, the communities
it's because instead, I want to tell this to religious leaders. When, for example, you are an imam or a pastor, a priest, when you stand before them, before your congregation, you actually need to ask yourself, turn back and look. And I think they do that. For imams and the priests, they do that. You look back. And when you look back, those who are standing in your congregation, they are the Fullers, they are the Jolas, they are the Manjagos, everybody is there. So why in your mind would you align yourself with one particular tribe? So I think for them, they are not qualified to lead any congregation.
You have a challenge here from a listener.
Yes.
Good morning, Peter. It seems your guest is more interested in knowing the identity and motives of the financier of the research project than responding to the findings of the research and putting forward strategies to counter them.
Yes,
So rather than say, well, okay, they have pointed out that we are weak in KM, how, can we drum up support for the president in KM rather than, who financed this flawed survey?
I thank the person who texts, and thank you. But again, it is important for the person to understand that we have opponents who are listening. Peter Gomez, Coffee Time, everybody tune in. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, this is what we are going to do.
Come on.
No, I'm not. All I tell you, earlier on was we start engaging. And I accept there was a disconnect between the National People Party and a good number of the Gambian youths. I said that. I accept that is there. How do we move forward? That's something that I'm not going to openly say we're going to do X, Y,
Well,
Z.
actually, you start.
I start saying
through the TVETs and whatever.
That's what we can do. But
well, sure that you have strategy. This is what. This is why
political strategies will not come on radio programs.
This is why people say you and the UDP, you are just a chip of the old block.
No, we are different. Huh? We are completely different.
What makes you different from the UDP? What makes NPP different
President
from
Mballow said, if you want to build a country, you build the roads. The leader of the United Democratic Party, Seedy, said, people don't eat roads. We don't need roads.
But isn't that a fact? Who have you seen eating roads?
No. That road to my rice field is bringing me food on the table. That road, for example, you go to the women of Gunjur, and I want Seedy, my grandpa, to listen to this.
Oh no, he's a big fan of the program. I can tell you that much.
Yesterday, I went to Gunjur. The road to the seaside is done with street lights. I spoke to few women who said to me on record, we are happy, our livelihood have changed. Before, I can never leave the seaside after 7. Today, I leave the seaside at 10, 11 in the evening with my kids picking me up because there is light, there is road to the seaside, and it has helped us. So if you are telling me we don't eat roads, those women at the seaside in Gunjur are multiplying their earnings and their income because of the Gunjur seaside road. So for those who think building a country, you don't need to build roads, I think they need to work on their programs. So for us as the National People's Party, building Gambia is building the roads.
So that's the only difference?
No, that's
Barrow believes in roads. Hussein Dabo does not believe in roads. But you can see where Hussein is coming from. All right? He says that people don't eat roads because the cost of living is...
But what I'm telling him, I just give him a simple explanation that the women in Gunjur, Peter, send any of your young reporters there and talk to them. That road, that seaside road, what it has changed in their life is huge. You tell those people today you don't need this road, they'll beat you. I'm telling you.
So I'm saying, yes, apart from the roads issue, what else, differentiates the NPP from the UDP?
You've seen the TPEC centers we have created. We are encouraging young youths, young guns.
Because you're the party in government. That's not NPP. That is the government.
It's a program. You invite any of the UDP strategies, any one of them, to come here, and I will come here, and let we debate what programs do we have for the Gambian youths. What program do we have for the Gambian women? They don't have. All they are saying is President Barrow, fence bidanula, Sangam Lakana, that's all that they talk about.
Haven't you read their 5-point plan? How can you say they don't have a plan?
It's a fallacy. Those who even wrote that 5-point plan did not even believe it. And the Gambian people just throw it to their face.
And I'll tell you one thing, one possible reason they like the Minister of Higher Education, because they're saying most of the things he's doing now are actually things, that are in their 5-point plan, which they published just, before the 2021 elections.
I don't believe that. I think they like him because he's just the quiet person, head down, doing his work. That's all.
No, he's not borrowing their ideas.
He's not borrowing them. If he say one or two things about them, tomorrow they'll be after him. They spare nobody.
What have they said about you?
I mean, I don't know because I don't listen to anything. Peter, I'm not on social media. I don't even have a Facebook account.
You never had?
Never.
Oh, okay. Very good.
I have so much peace.
Very good.
Yes.
All right. So how would you like to end our conversation?
Thank you very much, Peter, for the opportunity. The survey or whatever they've done, we had it. We've seen it. And
so you rubbish it on air, but then you'll take the findings seriously and work on
not that we rubbish it, not that I rubbish it, but there are things that we looked at it critically. And as far as I'm concerned, my last word to Gambian people: we're all brothers and sisters. When your student or your son or your daughter is in school studying biology, he's not studying a Mandinka body, a Fula body, he's studying a human body. You go to the hospital for blood. You're not looking for a
blood transfusion.
Yeah, you're not looking for a Jola blood and Mandinka blood. You're looking for blood. It's just the groups.
You don't say, Man Manjagola, so
so it's important. And I'm not a religious scholar or a priest or imam, but what I understand that God created us differently for us to recognize each other. Let's put this tribal crap aside and work for the Gambian people. And let political parties just don't do things just to win election, but let them do it to change the lives of the Gambian people.
How are you changing the lives of the Gambian people?
Every day. Every day. I've just told you, in Gunjur. Yeah, and it's just round the corner.
New road.
Yes, and in fact, at your backyard in London corner, all the way to Latrikunda Sabeji Highway, Marsengelo, the road. You know, it's every day you go to Bigelow, you know, the Sibe Johnson, all the way to Sukuta. So finally, President Barrow and the National People Party will have a grand political rally in Sukuta on Saturday.
You are not announcing a political rally
I
on
am.
my program. I will send you a bill and you will have to pay for this.
I will send it to the National People's Party. Thank you so much, Peter. See you on Saturday, your reporters at Sukuta.
They are not coming. They are not coming there. We are boycotting that. Seedy, thank you very much for your time this morning. Seedy Cisse, Administrative Secretary of the National People's Party.
Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Axel jam si Wave.
Yo, Abla, yo lu ta do dede. Lu ta mënulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello?
Bësal mu fay.
What?
Bësal mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. Ak Wave. Bësal mu fine. Wave. Your money is yours.